The present education system needs a lot of change, and the present nation needs the reformation, and that changes can be possible only through the youth of the today.
Hello and welcome to the show called Education Evangelist of India. And without much ado, let's welcome a noted educationist from the eastern part of India, Dr. Satyabrata Minaketan. Hi sir.
Hi.
Aye, please. Have a seat. How are you doing?
Fine.
So you run the ODM group, which is a very leading group in Odisha, and that's where you've come from. So why don't you tell the viewers about that, about the ODM group, and particularly how did it come about? What led to the birth of this ODM group, which has how many students now in total? Like
4,000.
4,000 students. So, but how did it all begin?
It's beginning very humble way. That started with the concept of 3 slum schools. So that when I was the student, that I visited some slum as the student volunteer, I found there is a rehabilitated slum at Bhubaneswar city. And one lady came with the 2 children. I asked, what is the problem? She told, we are not hungry for food, we are hungry for education. So that touched me. And then I decided that my education career should start from this place. I started 3 slum schools. I approached many people to help me, but nobody came forward to help me. I started with a very nominal budget, a 3 tin house I made at slum. And that was also the budget I had earned from my tuition. And then it continued, where I started my career because due to the positive funds, that only 2 teachers I had appointed. That time I was paying 100 rupees for 1 teacher. And the next I was teaching myself for 4 hours there every day as I started my career as a slum teacher. And after few years, I found that what about the future of these children? Where they will be educated if there is no formal school for them? So that thought came to mind, and I started a school that is a formal school, and because of a multilingual school at Bhubaneswar with 10 children and 3 rooms. So now that's to provide the facilities to all the children, that under one roof everybody can get the education.
So literally it's a place which started in a slum under a tin roof, and now there's only over 4,000 students currently studying. And if you count the total alumni now, how many students have passed out of the ODM group?
Near about 20,000.
Wow. So that's touching a lot of people, right? I mean, clearly you started with the some kind of a social benefit from this as well. But what is the main idea, would you say, behind this ODM philosophy? What is the philosophy behind the ODM group? What was your idea behind it?
The philosophy is very simple, that everybody will get the education, the opportunity of the education under one roof, irrespective of rich, poor and destitute children. Those who are having the capacity to afford, they can afford the education, they can get the quality education. And those who are deprived group, they don't have the financial strength, also they can get the education freely.
That's really good. We will continue our talk, but I have a small AV to show you. Let's have a look.
ODM is a home away from home where humanism excels. Discipline is the cornerstone of every work of human life. It plays a vital role in shaping the character and career of a student. The principles of disciplines are best exercised here. It is flexible for those who abide by the principles of discipline and strict for those who find it difficult to apply them in their real life.
And if that's not enough, I have something else. I have someone eminent speaking, which I'm sure you'd be very interested to hear.
I know Dr. Minaketan from his college days when he was doing his BA B.Ed program. That was the Regional College of Education, and it is a constituent body of the NCERT.
I know my student, Dr. Subrat Minaketan, for last 30 years or maybe more than that. Whatever I have observed very keenly, we started from almost scratch, from zero, and now we have reached this height. We started with 10 students only, and now we have got around 4,000 students and 400 teachers and staff.
His interest in education was there from his very college days. He started teaching students in the slum areas, and his ambition was, his sole aim was to work for the downtrodden, the deprived section of the society. That is what he started doing from his college days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, huh? I mean, why would you call your institution a great place to study?
First, the ODM believes to promote the human values, to inculcate the human values among all the children. Number two, that ODM believes to blend the international global education system with the Indian culture and values. Third point, that we do not run after marks. I never say that my children should secure good marks. I say don't secure good marks. Try to possess the remarks of your life, so that the ODM gives more importance on 3 C's. First is character, second is competency, third is the culture. And fourth point, the ODM is the only institute where we provide 2.5 crores scholarship to all the needy children and the meritorious students. Every year we provide it.
Wow, that definitely makes it a great place. You must have been a student once. And how are you like a student, front bencher, last bencher? Because I've been hearing reports that even though you run a school now, when you were a student, you like to bunk classes.
Yeah, that is exactly not bunking the classes. It is, in fact, I was a backbencher, and I sometimes was forced to bunk the classes due to certain issues. I myself involved with certain issues in the social issues, like women atrocities, and I was fighting for the starvation, against the poverty and the starvation. And the third point about the untouchability, that many issues happened in my life. That is when I was a student, even I have beaten by my family. That is why you are that with the untouchable people. So that's why that whenever some issues come, I all the time I leave the classes and I am there. That why that is. But whenever I bunk, that is bunk for a certain cause.
Not
And
to just go watch a movie.
yeah, not at all, not at all.
Okay. Okay, you've always been a yeah, you are educationist, but you are also philanthropist, right? You always done something to help society, philanthropy, things like that, charity, things like that. Have you ever got into problems, setbacks, trouble because of it? You have.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us some examples of that, or like?
From where I will say that I have faced a lot of the problems. I cannot say that life is free from the problems. I feel I enjoy. The life should be
You
with
enjoy
problems.
problems.
Yeah. Be
Wow.
with the problems.
That's a good attitude. You enjoy it.
Yeah. So that the first that is inception I share with you. The day one I thought to start the institute, and at that time I started with a zero budget. That only 265 rupees was with me when I left my job.
Wow.
And even the day or night I recall the opening day of my school, we did not have money just to purchase a signboard.
Wow.
That we started जुगाड़, लकड़ी, टीन सबको मिला के just we started. One of my friend was there, was associating. We started writing, and we started writing on that night 11 p.m. and it completed by 6 a.m. because we are so professional artist. So we are writing the signboard. Instead of 2 hours, it took the 7 hours to 8 hours. And even I did not have 500 rupees to pay to the house owner.
Yeah.
So I collected from my tuition money.
Yeah, I mean, that is truly inspiring. I think not just your students, others can also get inspired, but someone who has his own school of thousands of students, once upon a time painted his own signboard because he couldn't, not because he's a painter, but because he couldn't afford a painter to paint a signboard. And yeah, that does inspire me. So, you know, my last question to you is what message you have for the youth of today?
The present education system needs a lot of change, and the present nation needs the reformation, and that changes can be possible only through the youth of the today. So everyone should try to change himself before changing others. If we can change ourselves, we can change others. खुद को चेंज करना है, बदलाना है, so that we can see the dream. So that I give the message that change yourself, you can change the world.
Thank you so much for coming to our show. And you know, we have a little tradition here. We take a picture to capture this memory and put it up on that wall in that photo hanger.
So that is also at the same time, I have small gift for you.
Oh, sure.
So that is these are the books, not as a professional writer, but this is the message to bring the reformation among
very
the
nice.
parents, the teachers, and the students. As you know, that education system, the process is interrelated as a tripolar system.
Thank you so much. And thanks for giving these to me. Come, let's take a picture together. Class marks, attendance, actually all this doesn't decide your personality or even your future. I can myself relate to this story. When I got my board marks, only 76%. Yes, that actually was my score. But I suppose that wasn't enough to survive, but those marks never decided my future. I am something that I wanted to do. A tete-a-tete session with Dr. Satyabrata Minaketan taught us the same thing. Sir, thank you so much for being in the show and inspiring us. Keep watching Great Place to Study's Education Evangelist of India, streaming now on ForbesIndia.com.